Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing great. I am walking home from the gym, well, the bus stop, dropped me off nearby. And I just wanted to share something that has really resonated with me today before just because now is the best moment. These past few days, I've been thinking about melatonin because I want to enhance my sleep, and it's actually it's a type of hormone, and it does not have necessarily any harmful effects. It enhances sleep. It can deepen sleep. It's actually naturally occurring in the body as the day progresses and as it gets darker, in alignment with the circadian rhythm, and it indicates to your body, the brain, it signals as a hormone that it's time to rest, to prepare for nighttime, and it sort of prompts you to have a restful sleep. So this is why the circadian rhythm is important, and limiting our exposure to artificial lights at night, including the TV and telephone, handheld devices like the iPad. Of course, that's the ideal. It doesn't mean that I actually do that myself. I would love to, but I'm just not there yet. And eventually one day I have a good feeling that I can be and I will be. But anyhow, the point is that I have been thinking about deepening my sleep this week by getting some melatonin. And I wanted to buy, of course, the best supplement. I just hadn't come around to, hi Alexandria, hope you're doing great, dear. So I just hadn't gotten around to looking at online at the best one, the best supplement that I could order or even purchase at a good pharmacy. So, it was kind of there in the background. And then I haven't mentioned it to anyone at home. I didn't bring it up. I didn't verbally say anything to anyone. And today, actually, I noticed that my father, had bought something like a bottle with some type of capsules and had no idea what it was. And out of curiosity, I then flipped the bottle around, and it is melatonin. And that just really lit bright for me. It just was very much a bright sign because it was so obvious. Like, it just came to me. This item that I've been asking for, that I've been wanting, it just came to me into our kitchen without having said a single word to anyone, without having mentioned anything. And it's just pretty amazing. And it's not the first time that this happens to me. Actually, it's happened to me on a few occasions on other times. I'm just crossing the street here, trying to keep my life intact. And anyhow, so it's happened to me on other occasions, and it was just really awesome because it was just a confirmation again from the universe. And the point of this message is not about what I've actually experienced with melatonin as taking the supplement. That's a whole separate topic, of course, and it doesn't mean that it's good or bad and that you want to take it. Just something that my inner being and spirit is guiding me to do right now. And the thing is that I feel that it's actually it's a good thing now to take at this point. Doesn't mean forever, but at this point, because it came to me. I didn't have to actively search for it and buy it. It sort of came to me. So I put that request out to the universe in a way, and I acknowledged within me that this is something that I would like, and I intend to get it somehow without any real force or desperation for it. And it just came to me. So usually when that happens, I take it as a very positive affirmation and a green light to go for it. So the point is that it just reminded me, and it confirmed that Hello, Jen. The universe is hearing you. It does hear what you're saying, what you're thinking, what's going on within you. Your requests are being heard. They are heard, and that it's important to be aware of what we're thinking. That it's significant what you are thinking, even though we think it doesn't matter because we don't say it. And actually, yes, words can be more powerful, and they can pack more punch because others can hear them, and their actual vibrations going out into the universe, into the world, into the field, into the quantum field. So it starts with a thought, though, right? And consider whether you could say something without having thought about it, which, yes, you technically could, but there's more power and significance when you think about what you're going to say. So when you cultivate a thought, you put that out there, and I feel that if it's in alignment with, if your thought is in alignment with what your inner being resonates with, you feel good when you think it, and when that item actually appears and manifests itself in your life easily, I feel that that's a positive green, it's a green light. It's a go for it. You're on the right track, and we're bringing this to you, like the universe is serving it to you on a silver platter. So I appreciate that. And the point of this message is just to remember that. And I'm keeping a journal that will document my experiences, just to continue. It's happened to me on other occasions, and I've written them down from time to time, but I just feel that especially when you're going through life transitions, and that you just want to feel more connected with the world around you, and to feel more supported, and to feel more guided, that it can be extremely self-nurturing and loving and calming to remember, to be reminded, and you are reminded by the times and the moments when you ask for something within you, or you put that request out there, and then it comes to you without much effort or strain. And that is really actually wonderful. I appreciate that, because it's just a green light, right? It's like, hey, keep going. You're on the right track. You're awesome. You can manifest. You can create things in your life. But with the creation aspect of it, I didn't physically, literally create the melatonin. I didn't really visualize the container. I didn't visualize the brand. I just put the message out there. And it's perhaps an acceptance that I accept this item in my life. And then the universe responded by bringing it to us. So just to consider, food for thought, what are you putting out there? What are you thinking on a consistent daily basis? And even though we all have these negative thoughts or low thoughts, whatever they are, whether they're criticism towards self or towards others, or judgment towards self or towards others, we're all one and the same. What we're seeing is a bit of it's a projection, an extension of us. So this is why gratitude, appreciation, it can be really powerful, because when you have nothing else to think, dwell on appreciation and dwell on gratitude. That's what I do. When I catch myself being a negative Nancy, or just, feeling low, I go into the gratitude arena, I go into the gratitude stadium, and I just, say thank you for my health, thank you for my family. I take a deep breath, like right now, and I just appreciate, I appreciate this beautiful, happy moment. I appreciate the social media that helps me to connect with people and to express myself and to share a message that I feel brings value and that can enhance your life, that can enhance our lives together, your family's lives, because if you're happy and doing well, then they will also receive that benefit through you. So let's continue to harness the power of our thoughts and our vibrations. And it's an excellent reminder that you can be a creator, you can be a powerful manifester. And if that word sort of is kind of funny, or it doesn't click with you, it may not resonate with you, then manifester can also be considered as an allower, someone who's allowing things to happen for their highest good and to flow. So you're not efforting. And I'm using a lot of terminology from Abraham Hicks because I just watch them and listen to them so much. I really appreciate them. The point is to notice how your thinking affects your life. And if your thinking could use fine-tuning, if the way that you think, if you can think something positive instead of the negative. You know, this morning something came to my mind. I made up some fictitious scenario, or something happened, and I realized, you know, I can choose the negative thought or I can choose the positive thought. And I know that the negative thought will create within me a feeling of sadness or despair or anxiety or whatever negative extension that would manifest into. And so I realized, you know, I can choose to respond positively to this. At least I can. Hi, Anna. Bless you. At least I can choose. I choose to look at it positively. And that's the best I could do. And hey, you know something? It really helped. And I just realized it was very clear. So maybe it's just as clear for you right now. Whatever you're thinking, I can choose to look at this positively, or I can choose to have a negative reaction. I can choose to respond positively, or I can choose to respond negatively. I can choose to see how this is an okay thing. It may not be the best thing in the universe that I feel, but you know, I can choose to feel really bad about this, or I can choose just to be whatever, you know, like instead of being in that space of anger or frustration, if you're able to even have that micro moment of pausing and hesitating between just jumping into that despair, it might help. You never know. See, the thing is that we may do these things and we don't really know. Like, I don't know if it really worked because you did it, and then whatever resulted from that actually turned out to be a more beneficial set of unfolding events and emotions within you than would have happened otherwise. But we don't know that, you know, because it's like we chose one path of creation in this dimension. So perhaps if you imagined a parallel dimension, you could imagine, you know, what would I have done? What would that have looked like? What would that have resulted in? What would their reactions be, et cetera, et cetera. So that's pretty much it, you know, like everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. It's really coming down to a spark, an idea. It starts with an idea. And then resulting from that can be the words that we say. And then the number of people that may receive those vibrations. But when you say it to yourself, you're also receiving the benefit because you are affirming it. And what could be more powerful than you valuing and acknowledging what you yourself desire or want or believe or feel, you know? It's like you acknowledging. And if we accept the premise that you are the universe and you are the world and everyone is a mirror or a reflection of you, then you can just accept that what I say is being transmitted into the world. So it's being heard by everyone. Okay? So it's like we need the world, we need people, but all you really need is you, because you are the world and you are everyone else in the world. And that's it, you know, the world is our illusion, the world is our creation, the world is what you choose to give it. the way that you see it, the meaning that you give to it. So on the one hand, when you have others, it may give you more sense of meaningfulness or significance. On the other hand, it might work to your disadvantage depending on the kinds of relationships you have. So it's all about the quality, the substance of what we're getting from things, people, and places. Now, I've just transmitted several ideas and concepts, but it all starts from thinking. So even right now, I'm receiving thoughts from somewhere. Same as you, whatever you're thinking, you're receiving them from somewhere. So as we go forward in life, and there are things that you want, there are things that I want. And I consistently ask God, God, please help me, inner being. Please help me to know what to ask for. Help me to know what to wish for, because sometimes I wish for something, but I'm not sure that it's the right thing for me. But there are times when you do know, but it takes a process. It's a journey to knowing yourself, to being safe within yourself, feeling comfortable in life, feeling confident in yourself. And that's a journey that I'm undergoing, and that's what it is. It is what it is. So that's something that I ask for from the universe, is to give me the wisdom to know what to wish for, what to ask for, what to want, that I may ask from a place of alignment and love and joy, and from a space of connection to God and my highest happiness. And that is a great way for me to have a sense of peace within, knowing that I'm not making decisions, and I'm not making decisions from a space of fear or lack mindset, but I am deciding to live my life and creating it consciously with awareness from a space of love and connection to God and the universe, which I believe is infinitely wise and is always working for my highest good. And the universe is always working for your highest good. It's always allowing things to be wonderful for you. And I just pray every day that I can truly be in unison, in flow and alignment with the universe, and to just be a totally cooperative component to be the happiest possible. So, this video started with a thought, and it's evolved into many things. And so that's our thinking, okay? So let's realize what we're thinking. What are you thinking? What am I thinking? And ask yourself, if you have that moment of pausing and reflection, what am I bringing into the world? What are you birthing? And it all starts with a thought. So you are a wonderful being. You are love and light. And I share this message with love and joy and appreciation for you. And so I've now reached home. Thank you for coming along on the walk. And let's keep going, enjoying those fruits and vegetables on a consistent daily basis. Beautiful leafy greens and beautiful ripe fruits. And even before that is the thinking, our thoughts, our inner world, our energy, lining ourselves up and loving. So it's a lot of things, but all I could say is peace, love, and joy, and smiling one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Some days are high, some days go lower, and sometimes it seems out of your control. And yet it's not totally out of your control. You can choose how you respond in situations. You can choose your words. You can choose The space that you are in, you can choose to walk away. You can choose to pat yourself on the back. You can choose to write it down in a journal and diffuse your feelings in that way. Or you can choose to not do anything at all. Take a rest, go to sleep, meditate. There's so many options. You have so many choices. So choice is better than no choice, which is something that I learned when I became a certified and trained coach. And so check out what your choices are. You've got many choices. So you are a rich person. You are wealthy, prosperous, and abundant. And it starts with your abundance of thinking. So think in abundance of joy and love and gratitude. So thank you and lots of love. Bye for now. See you. Bye for everyone. Namaste.